Maastricht, and welcome to another episode of Breaking Maas. I'm Erica Belcher.
And I'm Alexander Major.
In today's show, we speak to representatives from NovUM and Dope ahead of their elections this week.
And of course, our reporters have been busy out and about covering the latest events for you, such as last week's Wii Festival and of course the latest craze of slacklining.
And stay tuned to the end of our show, for we have news of events coming up in Maastricht in the next few weeks. After 2 years on the show, our executive producer finally mustered up the courage to step in front of the camera.
And onto the slackline in our next report.
I'm sitting next to Thijs. Thijs is frequently slacklining in the park. So tell us, how did you start with this hobby?
How did I start? Well, I got to know it through my study abroad in the States. Just a random guy set up a line in between two trees. No one knew what it was. Everyone wanted to give it a go. And then as soon as I got home, I Googled it. Where can I buy this stuff? And I've been doing it ever since. And with success. First things first is just put up a short, low line. Set it up at knee height to start out with. Put 1 foot on. There's 3 points. Pick your focus ahead of you. Don't look at your feet. Keep your arms up for balance. And bend your knees.
I know that you are teaching slacklining at UM Sport and you also run a Facebook group.
Yeah.
So where can people find you and get a first-hand experience with slacklining?
Well, first-hand experience, I just suggest to everyone, if you see someone with a slackline in the park, just approach them and ask if you can have a try. The slackline community is very friendly and open, and everyone's always willing to help out and give you a couple of pointers. For Maastricht people, if you're a student here and you have a UM Sports card, we do slacklining on Saturdays indoors at UM Sports. So then we've got nice big soft mats to fall on so you don't have to be scared. The slackline group is Maastricht Slacklining, and then whenever we go outside we post it on Facebook, and whoever's free is just welcome to join in.
For the duration of this week, the university elections are taking place. To shed some light on 2 of the main parties, NovUM and Dope, we have with us 2 representatives running for the University Council. I'm sitting here with Olaf de Witt, a University Council candidate from NovUM. After reading through your party's manifesto, we noticed that there were 4 points of interest. Would you care to elaborate on those for our viewers?
Yeah, of course. NovUM really lost on number 4, seeing that NovUM itself was founded on 4 pillars. That is why me and my fellow candidates for the University Council created 4 main points we really want to have changed in this university next year. The first one being that we want one integrated system, easy to use for all students, which will combine systems like ALEM and MAUM and the library into one easy to use system. Secondly, we want to create more study places for students, seeing that now every time there's an exam week, the libraries and the existing study places are completely overcrowded. Thirdly, we want to create a university-wide minor program that you can actually take minors in other faculties than your own. And lastly, we want to create a university-wide buddy program, which will help students to know who they have to talk to, what they have to do, and where they have to go to get things done.
Okay, now the third point that you mentioned was also a focal point of your manifesto last year. Has anything been done to improve the minor program? Have you made any progress?
Yeah, in Maastricht University we have a very decentralized system, which means that every faculty has a lot of powers. So all the deans and the faculty organizations, they're very close to their own students, they know what's going on in their own faculties. So this is a very good system because they can actually solve problems quickly. The problem is, however, that if we want to create a university-wide program, like the minor program, we have to get all the faculties on the same side, which of course takes time. So we tried it last year, we will try it next year, but it's a process, and we are sure that in the end we will succeed.
Are there any concluding remarks that you'd like to make to our viewers?
Well, I hope you will all vote NovUM next week. NovUM represents Dutch students and international students, and we will always try to make the university life better for you, and we'll always try to get those 2 groups together.
Well, I'm sitting here with Vincent Maassen. He is a candidate for the Council of the Maastricht University for Dope. And well, thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, we studied your manifesto and looked at the past initiatives you've done, and what we've noticed that especially in the council of the Maastricht University that the candidates are all Dutch. Don't you think this is a misrepresentation of the international students in Maastricht?
Absolutely not, because the university represents all students, but it does come with some more easier communication. For example, I noticed that, especially, for example, with the contact with the county, international students are, of course, important, and that's why we made it, of course, one of our 3 pillars of the university elections, because this is something, 47% of all the students in Maastricht are international students. We have to make sure that those guys feel as comfortable and that we are as hospitable as possible to them.
Well, we did notice that you were talking about problem-based learning, fine-tuning. Well, how would you fine-tune PBL?
Well, the PBL system is something that's very diverse across Maastricht University. Every faculty uses it in a different way. So, for example, the SBE uses it in a very active approach, while the law faculty uses it as a very passive approach. Now, we want to make sure that the PBL system is used to provide the optimal education to the students.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you very much. This has been Vincent. Vincent, do you have any final remarks to the audience then?
Of course, of course. Now, if you, DOPE is, of course, consists of Dutch students, but naturally we focus on all students in Maastricht University. We have done for years, and we will do in the next year. That's why we made international students one of our 3 pillars. Next to that, we will focus on quality of education, digitalizing every aspect of the university and improving the study facilities to make sure that you won't have to be bothered about trouble finding space, trouble finding your study materials, to make sure that you have the best study opportunities in Maastricht. And that is why you would want to vote DOPE.
Before we meet our correspondent Matt at the Wii Festival, let's take a glimpse at the upcoming events in Maastricht. For all your festival lovers, a festival is coming up. Summer DJs taking place on the 23rd of May at the Green Park in Maastricht. Tickets can be bought online via their Facebook page. And if Summer DJs isn't enough for you and you're looking for poetry and live music, then there's a festival taking place from the 24th to 25th of May, Secret Places too. Tickets can be bought on the website or on Facebook.
After the success of the first edition, Pre-ULV Party returns on the 28th of May. Maastricht Music Hall will be full of international and Dutch DJs. For more information, offers and tickets, check out their Facebook page. Alongside this episode on our YouTube channel, you can find the latest segment of Cheapalicious. Here's a little teaser to get your taste buds tingling.
So I'm just going to add the lentils here, like that. With the lentils, apart from cooking it, we need to add some turmeric, which is this yellow powder spice. Add about maybe half a tablespoon of this turmeric.
There are different parties and different festivals here in Maastricht to which different groups of people come. There are international students, there are Dutch students, and there are locals. But only here during Wii Festival everybody comes and gets connected.
For the Wii Festival itself, we're really trying to connect as many different students as possible in a setting that welcomes every single body out there.
There are over 80 different things to do over the week. Let's see some of them.
We had just had a VJ workshop up there, so how to put visuals on screens. So every morning there's yoga and meditation sessions that are really good to start off the day. Looking forward, the parties are still to come up for Friday and Saturday. It's going great.
Is Wii Festival rather one certain group of people, or are these very different people coming here?
It's quite different, so it's really diverse, and that's what makes it so much fun, I would say.
We had a great week. We had a lot of support from a lot of people. We felt the love, we spread the love. We had a really good time. People showed up, even the weather was really bad sometimes. Everybody helped and everybody connected, and this is actually what we wanted to reach.
Back to studio.
Thanks for that report, Matt. What a great cultural initiative and a great end to our show.
And please don't forget to check us out on TV Maastricht or even YouTube. And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Grindr, Tinder.
What? Alex, man, too much information for one show.
Well, thank you very much for watching Breaking Maas, and see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.